look around us. What do we notice?
All of our cars are massive, including that one that just drove past me.
Everywhere we look, there's a big car. A Suburban, an Escalade, a Hummer, an F-250, and those Pavement Princess rubber band rim trucks. Large cars and trucks are the norm, a staple in the United States. It's seen as a symbol of wealth and power that we someday aspire to maybe just buy a Ford Bronco, a Cadillac Escalade, a Lincoln Navigator, a Jeep Wrangler, with the mind of practicality, though the most they do is Starbucks.
This photo on Facebook today. It happened at a Starbucks location.
However, there's a place where it's not like that. A land far away, a utopia. Let's think, where could that be? The rest of the entire world. The rest of the world has access to cars that are more efficient, better handling, cooler, and more reliable. Not that we don't get cool cars here, we do have our fair share, but how did we get here? What in media influenced us to go big, heavy, and inefficient? For years, we've been fed the idea that big car means you mean business. Big bosses stepping out of Hummers. A James Bond villain drives a Range Rover. A tough guy drives a truck. Ads manufacturers release, quote-unquote, target us to buy their, quote, rugged cars.
And why is that? Why do they try to get us to buy large cars so much? Why do they go as far as not even offering a smaller option anymore? The answer to that is in media. That's how they sway us to buy their larger cars.
You see, in the car industry, sedans, wagons, hatchbacks, and coupes will always make less profit per car than an SUV. SUVs are easy to mark up, specifically European ones. So yes, business-wise, it's a good decision. But we need to remember, us as consumers decide the market.
So why do we choose large, inefficient SUVs? Why don't we buy sedans or hatchbacks or a wagon?
Alexander Edwards is an automotive journalist. Edwards found that many SUV owners don't actually need the capability of an SUV. Instead, they like the idea that they could use it someday. However, according to survey data, 98% of SUV and crossover buyers go off-road once a year or less. That's a lot of capability sitting unused.
Here we are at a Honda dealership. Notice anything? All the cars out front are not small. There's minivans, SUVs, pickup trucks. Not a single one of their cars up front on the lot is a small car. Even Honda, which sells the Pilot, the Passport, the CR-V, the HR-V, and a whole line of SUVs, can admit that SUV buyers don't really care about what they're getting. Here I have a statement printed out. Quote, "The people who buy SUVs are in many cases buying the outside first and then the inside. They're buying the image of an SUV first and then the functionality." This quote came from a Honda executive after looking at industry research. As one report put it, these cars spend most of their lives carrying carrots rather than climbing gear, hiking equipment, or mountain bikes. What he's trying to say is these cars are mostly used to commute, to sit in a grocery store parking lot, and to wait in a school pickup line. Automakers weren't selling transportation. They were selling the adventure, the wilderness. They told us through ads or through media that the cars could be practical. And to me, that just sounds like one big joke.
So, to make it clear, I'm not attacking anybody who likes SUVs. I totally understand buying a car just because you like it. I'm speaking more to the people who think SUVs and crossovers are their only options and get tricked into buying cars that are less efficient than they could be. Nothing against truck drivers.